Have a pleasant day, everyone. Welcome once again to our online learning in technical and scientific writing. Our topic for the moment is 3 important points of learning in technical and scientific writing. Technical and scientific writing as a course is a very misunderstood course. Many would think that this is a very hard subject, one that entails educational aristocracy. This is completely wrong. Technical and scientific writing is a basic English course that strengthens the foundational language knowledge. Let us try to expound on this one as we take up the 3 most important points in learning technical and scientific writing. Point number 1. The science of writing. Being a scientific method of expression, writing always is done with basis or evidence. This is what technical and scientific writing will always be and is always emphasizing. That is why, in the course of writing in this field, direct-to-the-point approach is very much in use. Wordiness is not really a welcome talent in technical and scientific writing. So here, expect outputs that are short, direct to the point, and non-circular but obviously straightforward. Point number 2. Technicality of writing. Being a technically methodical expression of language, technical and scientific writing is considered as a professionally centered language. Oftentimes, jargon is being used as the aim of this writing method is to have a high degree appreciation of intralingual utilization, and it is also a purpose of this writing technique to communicate as a representative of one profession to another, or shall we say one profession to another career, group, or profession. That is the technical side of technical and scientific communication as a writing methodology. Point number 3. Logical aesthetics of the writing media. In technical and scientific writing, the purpose of effectiveness is not in the physical content of the writing media, which is commonly papers of any kind. It is erroneous in the technical and scientific aspect to think that every space in the paper should be filled with ink, and on the contrary, technical and scientific output and technical and scientific writing teachers, would always recommend white spaces. Again, technical and scientific writing will always recommend or teach about white spaces. The paper should not be fully filled. It should contain only 50 to 70% ink and the rest is white, and the reason for this is the eyes need to rest and the white spaces are the one that causing the eyes to rest. Why? Because the white spaces causes less optical interaction, resulting to the modified resting phases of the human eyes or the human optics. In contrast, if you fill the paper, the eyes cannot see white spaces, tiredness and strain may happen that will cause the reader to not to finish reading the material that you have written. Now, looking at the practicality of technical and scientific writing, this is actually trying to save more time, trying to say it direct without articulations, trying to be simple but productive, and trying to be less literary, which means what you see is actually what you get, and there is no need to uncover idioms, slurs, figures of speech, and other ambiguity. Yes, technical language is a high form of language appreciation, and by saying it is higher, language is becoming more simple and less complicated. Let us always remember that it is easier to make easy things hard and harder to make hard things easy. That is why technical and scientific writing is very hard, because more people want to have their expressions in the complicated way. In this context, expect a technical and scientific speaker to have a shorter speech or keynote address, as that of people who are just speaking for expression and maybe murmuring and chuti. At the end of the day, it is not the length of the speech or the number of pages of the output that you have made. Rather, it is the weight of the content and the understandability of the output that one has created for it to become influential, and it will make the difference. Technicality is always speaking with sense and practicality, and science is speaking with point, evidences, and briefness. Thus, at the end of the day, you want to be practical, evidence-based, and direct to the point? Well, there is no other way than to be a technical and scientific communicator. May God bless you in your journey in this life of languages, communications, and writings.